Who's gonna disarm these traps?
I'll do it.
Alright. I'm telling you right now. A failure. And they die.
Who dies?
The person in the cage.
They're gonna die anyways.
I have +7 to sleight of hand.
Lets me make sure.
So in my
+7.
other game, we've used sleight of hand in my other game.
One sec.
I'm pretty sure Caleb can get this no problem.
Don't say that.
Alright, I am confident.
Remember your inspiration.
Nice.
Yike!
T4?
4.
Now this other bald guy is like looking at you with these big puppy dog eyes, and he's just like, "Please, Caleb, don't kill me." But yeah, you do something wrong. Your hand slips a little bit, and the spike comes down right on his back and kills him.
Hmm.
I have a spell of lesser restoration.
That's horrific. I don't think lesser restoration's gonna cure that, buddy.
It's not.
Okay, well,
That's
them's the apples.
Mhm.
Them's the ropes.
That's fucking horrific.
Alright.
Caleb does not look.
Durgron's
Wow.
gonna like nudge him and be like, "You can't save everybody. It was a good attempt. You would
I
have
mean,
died
it was because
anyways."
you rolled 11, but I mean,
Shut the fuck up. He doesn't know that. Damn it.
I guess that's how
You-
greedy Caleb could have used inspiration to save that man, but he didn't.
And we see you guys, along with the scraggly-haired person, emerging from the side piping back into the Tiefling City underground. And your mission has been completed.
Hey guys, we actually fucking completed something. We passed the mission.
You should rename
fine.
this episode to "The Gang Defeats the KKK."
That's
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, maybe we'll see. Yeah, so Carvux appears maybe he appears first out of the pipeline, and he's just like, he's panting because he's been running probably straight, and he's just like, he puts his hands on his knees, leans back, and like he looks out at the town, the tiefling. Nothing's on fire or anything like that. Or...
Nope, everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's going as normal. Was what he said true?
Who?
Do some creatures find enjoyment in death?
And killing others?
Others, yes. Killing in general.
Yeah, there's some sick fucks out there.
Dekron.
Yes,
swear to
butterscotch.
Are you a sick fuck?
Derek puts glasses on. You're goddamn right.
I'd like to hope not. I really don't take enjoyment out of others killing, except for snakes. Fuck snakes. And he looks at his snap and he's like, "Except for you, you're cool, George." He's got this collection of fucking things to talk to now.
You don't have to talk to George when it's not going to talk back to you.
I feel like I have to.
I think it would be not a bad idea to heal ourselves a bit and then head out.
Okay,
Mhm.
so are you going to stay in the shitty, like,
Yeah.
community sleep center?
Yeah. Stay there.
Mhm.
See how things. I want to see how like things are now that the news that what we did.
So you guys are sleeping in your little community sleeping center, little sleeping bags that you got. And Carvux, you are trampled upon in the morning. We get
What the fuck?
yeah, we get the scene of like where like did we like zoom in on Derkron like laying down like sleeping, and then we hear like some like very faint riot sounds, almost just like a lot of people talking. It would be like the general chatter of the city, because there's a lot of like cycles because people don't see the sun at all. But yeah, in the middle of all this, you are stepped upon as a group of people are like walking towards the center of the city. A lot of the tieflings. It looks like they're being drawn to something. So yeah, you're definitely woken up by this as you're being stepped on. And it's not like you're being like completely like killed by it. You're just like a lot of people are walking by you, and a couple of them are just like hitting you a little bit with their feet.
Fucking skull smash.
I wake up and I says, what is going on? I wake up. There's some sort of movement happening. It's time to go investigate.
What?
Nah.
Come on.
He's not having any of their shit today.
So yeah, you start walking with the crowd. Now, are you gonna like try to listen in to see what's happening? People are like just talking.
I do, yeah.
Badly. So yeah, you listen into a lot of the conversations, and a lot of it is, if you're not going to ask directly, a lot of it is like speculation, where like a couple of tieflings are like talking to each other, and they're just like, the fuck kind of announcement is she making so early in the morning? What the fuck? And it's just like, and then like somebody responds, and they're just like, some probably just defense shit that she wants to go over. Whatever. Let's just oblige her. She's done a lot for us so far. She can't be completely daft about everything else. And so yeah, they like start talking about that, and that conversation like moves over to the side as the crowd moves as well. So you follow the crowd to like this huge open area in the center of the city, where there's like a podium, like a rickety podium set up, and things like that. So yeah, there's just like a lot of people just like sitting out here, waiting for a response. You see Marguse come up onto the stand, and it takes a little bit for the people to finally shut up. But yeah, she like yells over everybody that she has an announcement. So this like little tiefling boy comes up to her, and he like does some inscriptions in the sky, and he takes his finger and he like puts it on like her thigh because that's all he could reach. And when she starts talking, her voice starts to is amplified by some sort of magic. And she begins by saying, "Hello, everybody. Good morning. Now,
You actually say something?
Yeah.
you're giving
polite.
you're giving some looks, but they ultimately ignore. She continues talking, and she's just like, "Thank you for coming out this morning. Something has happened. Something that occurred last night. Some brave soldiers in our employment have done the impossible. The scourge that has been going through our city has been dealt with. The snake, its head has been cut off." And she pauses and waits for a reaction from everybody, and they're like not too sure about how to react. They're kind of skeptical. A lot of people are like, maybe like a couple of the people around you are just like, yeah, right, and like the other sides are like, no way. And so like she continues when she realizes that she's not going to get too much of a response, and she's just like, yes, this oppression will happen no longer. We will bring this evidence of what they were doing to our people up to the government in Fortress, and they will see what our people have been going through. But we can't do this alone. Me and 3 of the guards here cannot do this alone. We need everybody. Yes, that means you. We cannot be hiding underground anymore. We need to go up there and show them how deplorable it is to live as third-class citizens. But we need your help. You need to come with us. We need to do this together, or we will continue living like this for I don't know how long. Until we all die, until we're no more, until we're run out of the city. So I need to know if you're with me. And like the same response starts to happen. Like some of the crowd, like very sparsely, like starts to like try to cheer, but because of the silence from everybody else, they kind of like die off quickly. And you could see like on her face, she's getting like the angry look on her face, and she's just like, Are you serious? Would you continue living like this when we have this opportunity? And she's like going off and she's like naming people out, and she looks in the crowd and she sees the three of you out there, and she like gives you like a worried look on her face.
Darecroft's gonna start cheering. He got piped up from that speech. Hella, I'm with you.
I'm debating.
A voice comes from the ground. Nobody knows.
Oh my
Hey, look.
god.
Hey, Caleb's good at persuasion, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm debating.
Yeah, so the people are just like discussing things, like they're having their own little side conversations about what to do. She's looking at all of them, and just like after she moves on from you guys, she gives you like a good amount of time looking at you, but then she goes over and she starts talking to like another section about like their accolades and how they can help and things like that. But she's losing control of the situation.
Caleb's probably gonna look to Carbucks for some kind of like go ahead or whatnot.
Yeah, Caleb, Carvux assesses that things are taking a turn for the worst and says, Caleb, can you perhaps work your magic?
I can try.
So yeah, you're gonna push your way through the crowd, try to make your way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she.
I'll follow Caleb.
Yeah, and she. Darkron, are you gonna?
Yeah, no, I'm going up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow behind Carbuck so I can actually get through the crowd.
Yeah, certainly. So yeah, they you guys follow, you push your way through the crowd. So you guys start to make your way up, and she finishes her conversation over on the right, and then she looks over to the left where you guys were coming in, and she's like waving you on, and she's just like, listen, these over here, they were the ones that helped me in this effort, and they were there when he died. They looked into his eyes. They saw what they did to us. They can attest to it. Please. She waves you on. As you come up to the podium, who's gonna go up to it and go ahead and say what you're gonna say? You have all these eyes looking at you, just a sea of tieflings and all their various horns and attributes and skin colors looking at you.
Shit, I gotta think about this. He's gonna start by probably saying she's right. Your own people died for you to have a chance at a better life and situation than what you're in, and as a human, I'm sure it doesn't mean anything coming from me, but not all of us are like what you've experienced. I can't begin to pretend I understand what you're living, but it's deplorable. And if you listen to Margus, you have a chance at turning that around. Don't be idiots and throw it away. And he's gonna kind of die down.
He saved my life. Comes from the crowd. And you look into the crowd, and it's the guy with the scraggly hair. Turning it, it's like he like has his hand pointed out, and he's just like, he saved my life. I saw what it was like down there too. We can trust him. This human means well. And with that speech, Sam, give me a persuasion check.
Inspiration! Do it!
You have inspiration already. The guy you saved is giving you inspiration. He is helping you.
Fuck yeah.
I fucked that up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fuck yes! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. So yeah, so the low murmurs start to happen after your speech, Caleb, and the guy chimes in, the tiefling. He's like, he saved my life, and stuff like that. And it starts from the guys around him. They like turn around and they start like clapping their hands, and they're just like, yeah, we can do this. And they're like looking up at you, and they all start like gathering together, and like just cheering fervorously for you. And you turn around and you look at Margoose as she like she like turns a little bit and she comes back and her eyes are like red from I don't know, some sort of water fountain.
Defense mechanism.
Yeah, some sort of defense mechanism. So yeah, she
Not crying.
yeah,
no.
she comes back with some red eyes, and she like turns her head again. Her arm goes to her face, and she comes back, and she comes up to you, Caleb, and she takes your hand, and just like she just takes it and like gives you a look, like thank you. The people
That's
have
not good.
disappeared. They have gone to the pipings. They've gathered some things. It looks like they're going to like march up at Fortress. Like peaceful protest, I guess you can call it. Fucking, not my president and shit. So they're going to. Yeah, so they go up there and
Not my flame.
yeah, and right before the last drove of people like walk off, Margoose turns around and she's just like, right, well, they need me. You didn't have to help, but you also did at the same time. I can't thank you enough.
It's no big deal.
If what we do today works, just
I wish you luck.
thank you. And she turns around and looks at the last drove of people like egging her on, and she takes your hand one final time, Caleb, as she turns around and goes with them, as she disappears into the crowd.
I would say like good luck, Mongoose.
Yeah, and she turns around and gives you one final look. She won't like say anything to you, Carvux. Like she gives you the you have a choice to make type of look as she continues on over there.
Okay.
And so she like joins the crowd like ranting and chanting as she disappears into it when they make their way for the surface.
I look at the others and I say, well, I guess that's our cue.
Caleb, you were great up there. Holy crap, you really came through.
Yes, well done, Caleb. That's a credible speech.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
where'd you pull that out from? Jeez, man.
I mean, I only spoke the truth.
Yeah, but that was really impressive. You'd make a great priest, you know that?
I think I'll stick to music.
Fair enough, fair enough.
No sex for you.